my idea was to have a place that would be really good for folk music and Irish music, bluegrassy stuff, a comfortable environment where, and I kind of designed my equipment, my microphones, my recording setup specifically for that. If I get to know a lot of people, if I go out to a lot of sessions and they get to know me, they might think, oh, you know, I need to do a recording. This is probably a pretty good guy to go do a recording with, because so much of what recording's about actually is not about the equipment or the facility, but about the facilitator, the person who you're going to record with. You want somebody who has some perspective.
What kind of guitar is that?
It's a Recording King guitar, but it's a Gibson. It's like a Gibson J35, but with a different brand. I was just telling them the story that Gibson they weren't selling very well right before the war, and so they made some guitars for other distributors. And having been there myself, you know, I spent a lot of time on, as we say, on the other side of the glass. You know, on the player side, and having somebody in the control room being a producer or an engineer, and learning about the things that put me in a bad frame of mind or in a good frame of mind. You know, it's always certain people that you worked with that were, you know, who were doing the recording. Some were better to work for than others, and you learned why. So this is a Ray Whitley model Recording King. Ray Whitley was like a Roy Rogers guy. Like a movie cowboy, and a pretty good guitar player. One of the great consoles, one of my favorite consoles, is the Neve console, and a Neve console is like $100,000 at minimum. It's expensive because there's a lot of it. So what I've done basically is I've got the Neve part, this component from the Neve, and then this component that's like a Neve. In other words, I've managed to break it down, and for a quarter of the cost of a Neve console, I've managed to break off pieces and put together a hybrid studio that you're getting the very same signal chain that you would get in the great studios, because you can now get components. All these things I've managed to very strategically piece together a signal chain where from the microphone to the end product I have as high quality a signal chain as you can get, pretty much. I mean, there's some advantage to having a $1 million studio. So it's been really fun piecing this thing together.
Trails to you
Till we meet
again. And then you ride off on his horse.
Yeah.
Come on, Trigger!